Hello everyone. Today's video is going to be on 8 indoor plants that tend to thrive in the winter. Typically in the winter months, the humidity and the light is much lower, and therefore for many plants they stop growing, and they're harder to maintain. But these 8 plants that I'm going to tell you tend to do very well in winter because of their light and humidity and watering requirements. So if you're into this type of video, please stay around and let's get into it. So the first one is one of my favorites, and I'll be putting up pictures of either on the side or on the screen of the plants, of my plants, and we can talk about it while we look at the plants. So the first one is going to be the snake plant. The light requirements for a snake plant is low light, but it prefers indirect light. The watering requirements are you water sparingly. I do anyways in the winter time. In the summertime I water quite a bit. Probably about every week, but in the winter I water about every 2 weeks. And so this is a very easygoing plant and does very well in the winter time. Now the second plant on this list that does well in the winter time is the pothos, and there's many different pothos, so all the varieties count. Now this plant flourishes in low but also bright indirect light. So in the winter time it can handle the smaller days, and so it doesn't really affect, the lighting isn't that bad for this plant. Now the watering, I usually let mine go quite a bit dry in the summer and in the winter. I have no problem with this plant. It's a very easygoing plant, and that's why it's made it on this list. So for the third plant that I find thrives and can do really well in winter is the ZZ plant. Now, as I'm sure everyone knows, the ZZ plant is quite drought tolerant. Even in the summer, it doesn't need to be watered very often. And we are also told that the light requirements in a ZZ plant can live in low light, but it also likes bright indirect light. The benefits of this plant is that it is extremely hardy, and it's a very low maintenance plant. So let's get into the fourth one. The fourth plant that thrives in wintertime is a peace lily. Now, I don't have a peace lily in my collection. I used to have one, but I gave it away. And so I'll put up a picture here on the screen of what a peace lily looks like, and I'm sure everyone knows what a peace lily looks like. But it also prefers a low to moderate indirect light, therefore making it a very good plant for the winter time. And the watering requirements are you have to keep the soil slightly moist, but if you do forget to water it, the peace lily will actually let you know by drooping its leaves. So it's a very easy plant to take care of. Now, the other plant that is also very easygoing is the spider plant. The spider plant, although it prefers bright indirect light, it also tolerates low light also. So it also makes a very good winter plant. And the watering requirements are that you should leave the top inch or two of the soil to go completely dry before watering. The benefits of this plant, though, is that it produces pups, and you can multiply this plant very easily. So let's get to the sixth plant that thrives during winter, and that is the Dracaena. Now, there's a lot of different types of Dracaenas, so any one of these types of Dracaenas can do well in winter. The light requirements of a Dracaena is low to moderate light, so it doesn't affect it in the wintertime when there is a lower, or when the day becomes shorter. Now, the watering of the Dracaena, you let, just like the spider plant, you let the soil dry 1 to 2 inches before you water it. But I find with the Dracaenas that I have, I let it dry, I get dry completely before I water it. Because these don't like being, having their roots too wet, since they come from tropical places. So they're, I would say, a drought tolerant. That's the way I found the Dracaenas in my care to be. So after that, let's go to the seventh plant that thrives in the wintertime, and that is the Chinese evergreen, or the aglaonema. Now, there's different types of aglaonemas, and they're all, I would say, all the same. Oh, there's a hair. All the same. This type of plant thrives also in low to moderate light. I find also with the aglaonemas in my collection that they can take being dry for a long period of time. To water, the watering schedule of aglaonemas in the summertime in my area, I would say, because my area in the summer, it's very hot and humid, so I would go about, I don't know, I would say a week and a half to 2 weeks until I water it again. But in the winter time, because of the dry air and the heating in the house, I need to water it like a 6-inch pot every week, I would say. So the benefits of this type of species is that they are hardy. They're very hardy, and there's a lot of different types of Dracaenas. So it's a nice plant to have in your collection. Now, on the eighth and final plant that I find thrives in wintertime is this Scindapsus. Now, there's a lot of different types of Scindapsuses, and it applies to all of them. I find that they do well in a moderate indirect light. So even in the summer, I will pull it back more from, let's say, west or south, or even east facing window, where in the wintertime, I can put it up to an east facing window or a west facing window, since the days are shorter and the sun is not as bright. Excuse me. The watering of the Scindapsus, I find they can go a very long time without watering. I would actually say that a Scindapsus is very drought tolerant. And if you don't know when to water your Scindapsuses, or you're just learning, you can, the leaves will actually show you, once they start curling, that it needs water. Because in the beginning, when I got a Scindapsus, Argyria, I think was my first one, I almost killed it from overwatering it. And I didn't know that this plant actually liked to be dry. It could handle being dry maybe 1, 2, 3 days before I started, I should water it. So that's about it for my suggestions of 8 that I've given you, 8 plants that do or thrive during the winter months. And obviously there's a lot more out there, but these are the 8 that I chose. So I hope you liked this video, and please comment below if anybody has other plants that they have in mind that they found have thrived in winter for them. I would love to get to know what plants you have and how you take care of them in the winter time. And till the next time we see each other again, till next Tuesday, take care and have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye.